Emily Hart had always believed in loyalty, especially when it came to family. Her older brother, Caleb, was more than a sibling. He was her protector, her confidant, and the only person who truly understood the weight she carried after their parents died in a car crash when she was 13. Since then, it had always been Emily and Caleb against the world. They lived in a modest home in the quiet town of Brookhaven. Caleb worked construction while Emily worked nights at a diner and studied nursing by day. Every time Emily brought up how exhausted she was, Caleb would ruffle her hair and say, "We're almost there, Em. You're going to make it." So when Caleb introduced his new girlfriend, Madison, sweet smile, polished nails, expensive perfume, Emily tried her best to be welcoming. Madison had a voice like silk and a laugh that never quite reached her eyes, but Emily chalked it up to nerves. She wanted to trust Caleb's choice. But the first crack in the illusion came on a Tuesday night. Emily had come home early from her shift, nursing a sprained ankle and hoping for a hot bath. She didn't expect to find the front door unlocked, or the faint whispering coming from Caleb's room. She paused at his door, ready to knock, when she heard it. "I told you she's naive," Madison's voice hissed. "She doesn't suspect a thing." Caleb's voice came next, quieter. "Just give me a few more weeks. Once the money clears from the insurance, we'll disappear. She won't matter." Emily's breath caught. Her world tilted. She backed away, knees shaking. The insurance? She remembered Caleb pushing her to sign paperwork a month ago, after their uncle had died and left a modest life insurance policy. "Just in case," he had said. Emily's vision blurred. Her hand shook as she pulled out her phone and hit record, this time from the other side of the door. That night, she didn't sleep. She replayed the recording over and over, heart in her throat. Her brother. The person who'd once fought bullies for her, who made her pancakes on sad days, who taught her how to ride a bike, he was planning to steal from her. Maybe worse. But she wasn't the naive little sister anymore. Emily began her own plan. The next morning, Emily left the house as if nothing had happened. She smiled at Caleb, thanked him for the breakfast he made, and even joked about how tired she was from her shift. Inside, her heart was pounding. Every smile, every nod, it was all an act now. She couldn't confront him yet. Not without proof. Not without a way to turn the tables on both Caleb and Madison. She bought a second phone with her savings and downloaded a voice recording app. Then, she planted the phone behind the TV in the living room, camouflaged by wires. She knew that's where Caleb made most of his calls when he thought she was out. Emily began working fewer shifts, lying that she needed time off to recover from her ankle injury. In reality, she was always nearby, listening, recording. What she uncovered made her sick. Caleb and Madison had been together for over a year. Madison wasn't just his girlfriend, she was his co-conspirator. They had been draining Emily's savings little by little, using forged signatures and fake, emergency, withdrawals. Worse, Caleb had taken out another insurance policy in Emily's name, one that would pay out only if she died. "I told you," Madison had whispered one night, laughing softly. "We wait until she's driving to that clinic on Friday. I know that stretch of road, one bad turn, and it's all over." Emily's fingers clenched into fists. She pressed save on the recording. She had everything she needed now. But she didn't go to the police. Not yet. No. Emily wanted them to suffer first. On Thursday evening, Emily made her move. She texted Caleb from the second phone, pretending to be Madison. "Meet me at the motel on Pine at 10 p.m. Come alone." Big news. She sent Madison a similar text, pretending to be Caleb. Change of plans. "Pine Motel. Tonight, 10 sharp. Don't be late." Then, she borrowed a camera from her friend Taylor, who studied film and knew how to wire up a hotel room. She booked room 12 under a fake name and left a hidden camera pointed directly at the bed, where she'd placed documents, copies of the insurance papers, bank statements, and the voice recordings on a flash drive. At 9:50, Emily hid in the next room. First came Madison, then Caleb. Confusion, accusations, but soon, the truth spilled out between them like venom. "You told me she signed willingly," Madison yelled. "She did." Caleb lied, pacing. "You're going to jail," Madison hissed. "You dragged me into this." The argument escalated, threats, betrayal, and finally, an admission from Caleb: "It was my idea. All of it. I just wanted the money." She was never supposed to know. Emily smiled in the dark as the camera captured it all. On Friday morning, Emily returned home before either of them. Caleb was already in the kitchen, pretending everything was normal. Madison hadn't returned his calls. "Hey," he said, "big day at the clinic?" Emily nodded. "Actually, there's been a change of plans." She slid a flash drive across the table. "What's this?" She didn't answer, just watched him plug it into his laptop. His face drained as the video played, the argument, the threats, his confession. He looked at Emily, lips parted in horror. "You recorded us." "No," she said, voice cold. "You recorded yourself." He lunged for her, but she stepped back. "Police already have copies," she said calmly. "And so does a lawyer. You and Madison? You're done." His face crumbled. He dropped into the chair, shaking. "You were my sister?" "No," Emily whispered. "I was your sister. You stopped being my brother the moment you decided I was worth more dead." Caleb and Madison were arrested that evening. The case made local news. Woman's own brother plots murder for insurance payout. Emily testified in court. Her voice didn't shake once. Madison got 5 years. Caleb got 12. People called her brave, a survivor. But Emily didn't feel strong. Not really. She felt hollow, like something precious had been ripped out and could never grow back. She moved to a new town. Changed her name. Got into a better nursing program. On the outside, she was fine. But at night, she replayed the tape. Not the one that got them convicted, but one from her phone, years earlier. A memory. Caleb pushing her on a swing, laughing. "I'll always protect you, Em. I promise." Promises. She hit delete.